Hi everybody, thanks for joining Create with Dee. Today I have a little countdown project for you. This is the 12 Days of Christmas, and it uses the new white gift box that's in the 2016 holiday catalog. I love it. It's got an acetate sleeve that protects what's underneath of it. And we're going to decorate it with products from the Candy Cane Lane Christmas Suite from the catalog as well. Let's get started making this cute little holiday countdown project. For each box of our 12 Days of Christmas project, we're going to need 12 of the white gift boxes. They do come 8 in a pack. So if you just wanted to do 8 days, that would be fine, but I want to do the whole 12 Days of Christmas theme. And so you'll need a pack and a half of these. And each box, we're going to do the 4 sides and leave the top open for now, as far as not decorate that right at the moment. So what we're going to need are 12 times 4 sides, or 48 designer series paper. And I'm choosing to use the Candy Cane Lane Christmas. Can't stop using this paper. I absolutely love it. Love it, love it. So we'll need 12 sets of 4, and these are cut at 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 square. So I'll put one box together with you, and then just know that we need to do it 11 more times. I just find that it's easier to put the paper on before I fold up the box. That way it's flat. Okay, so you just pick like what I did is I started out with 4 different sheets of paper from the Candy Cane Lane Designer Series paper. I wanted each side to be unique, and of course I can mix and match the double sides, but this is these are the paper assortments that I'm going to use throughout it, so all 12 of mine will look the same. On the box, the side that has this little notch out here, that's going to be the front of your box. And so that will be what I change out between the papers. And so I'm going to start out with this one. And I am using the multi-purpose glue. And there's a couple reasons why I want to use this glue. One, it gives me just a little bit of wiggle room before it sets into place. And 2, once it's dry, it's super strong. So I just make sure I've got my paper going in the orientation that I want. Put that down. Then we'll, add another panel to it. And again, just kind of matting the layers on the side panels of the box. And flip it over. Such a happy little designer series paper. It just kind of screams the holidays with the motifs that are on it, with the gingerbread, candy canes, mittens, etc. It's just all about the holidays with this. Very traditional. And I hate to break the news to you, but we're done. So it's just that easy. Okay, so I do want to give you a little trick about how to do this front panel here. I'm going to take my 1/2-inch circle punch, and I'm actually going to line it up where that notch is at, and I am going to kind of take a little bit of a bite out of that as well. Just so that, again, when it's closed, it's a naturally placed, it looks like that's the opening. Okay, so to assemble the boxes, you basically are just folding along the score lines that it has. And then the box bottom, you put the sides in first. Okay, scratch the sides in first. What you do is you put this larger top in, not the one that has the protrusion on it, but put that one down and then put your sides in, and then this one tucks in. and you can pop that bottom back in. Okay, so let's do that again. Okay, so I'm going to pretend this one's decorated. Open this up here just a little bit. So to do the bottoms, what we do is we put that flap down first that has the notch out of it, close your sides, and then push the tab down in. Okay, so that's how you assemble the box bottoms. Now really these are packages ready to go right now, but since we are doing the 12 days of Christmas, we're going to do some more embellishments on it. And I thought I would just let you know how the sleeve part of it goes. The white box kit, it does come with these acetate sleeves. And what's really awesome about the sleeves is that, they're pre-scored and everything. And then when you're ready, your box just is going to slip right in between it. And what I liked about this, get that in there, there we go, is that it's going to protect whatever we decorate. And it's a pretty tight fit on it. Isn't that awesome? I just love that. So it looks so finished. Your paper that you trim it in, it's going to be protected. So as you're moving it from place to place, or if you're gifting this, you don't have to worry about the outsides of what you're decorating getting damaged. And I love that about this box set. Next, I'm going to get our numbers ready, and for die cutting the numbers, I'm going to be using the large numbers framelit die set. And when you get your die set at home, you may notice that you have 1 through 5, 6, 7, 8, but no 9. And the reason for that is that the 6 turned upside down is your 9. So don't think you're missing anything. You're not. And so just with one pass, we're already going to be able to get countdowns, like, we'll get 8 of the 12 all ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the 6 upside down to get my 9, and then I know I need to repeat those numbers there so that we can get to 11 and 12. And I'm using the magnetic platform with the precision plate. Not a combination that Stampin' Up! Really recommends for this, but I like to use it. It just seems like it works best for me. And so it just pops it out just that nicely. So there's my 9. And, so I'm going to need, I have the 0, so now this one will make number 10. My second 2 will be for my 12. So I need to run a couple more 1s through here, and then we'll be all set with our numbers. Okay, I've got my countdown numbers, my 12 days of Christmas, or countdown, however you want to use it. I've got them all die cut, and then I've got them layered on a 2-inch punch out of Whisper White, and using the layering circles framelits. This is the 2 1/4 inch framelit, and I die cut 12 crumb cakes out, and I'm going to mat each one of them just like this. I think it kind of gives the number something to kind of land on before we put them on our boxes. So let's put one together. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do here first is I'm going to continue on with my multi-purpose glue and use that to layer it. And because I'm actually going to put this on the inside of the box, or I should say like the inside of the acetate, I want this to be flat, so I'm not using any Stampin' Dimensionals to pop that up. I just want everything to be nice and flat. And if you like a larger circle, you can do that. You can, go up to a 3-inch circle on the face of yours. I just kind of like to keep it so I can see a little bit of the designer series paper. And we're going to go ahead and put the numbers on all 12 of our little circles. So I have our numbers on the layers right now. And again, this is our 12 days of Christmas, but I want to add just a little extra something for the background. So I'm taking my gold Wink of Stella, And I'm going to splatter some gold glitter all over here. And so to do that, it'll dirty up my finger here a little bit, but that'll just come out with a baby wipe. And you want to make sure that you get your Wink of Stella nice and primed, kind of push it down there till you see it filled. And then once you've got the ink in there, you literally just kind of splatter. So if you've ever done that technique where you take a toothbrush or a paintbrush and splatter, that's the same thing. And it's, again, this splattering is easier if you've got your a lot of ink in the barrel. And we're just, it's the holidays, so we need to add just a little bit of a sparkle. And you can do as much or a little on that as what you like. I'm going to really kind of get them all sparklied up in there. And just kind of show you how easy it is to add a little bit of sparkle background to your projects. So you have, a lot of different options on how you're going to decorate your 12 days of Christmas. I want to add a little something to the top. Now another option is just to make another 2 1/4 or 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 square and simply put it on the top and you're ready to go there. But I wanted to mix it up a little bit, and I'm actually going to put one of the images from Cookie Cutter Christmas stamp set on the top. I just love the stamp set. This is my favorite thing in the holiday catalog. It's the Cookie Cutter Christmas bundle where you save 10% if you get both the stamp set and the punch. Love it, love it, love it. And you can mix up whichever images that you may want to have on here. I'm going to go ahead and do all 12 of the gingerbread man. So I've got some of them started, and I'll show you how I do this. I start with a 2-inch strip of, this is crumb cake, and I'm using Early Espresso ink. And this is how I mass produce my Cookie Cutter Christmas images. I'm going to get a nice, oops, went a little too far on the edge on that. Get a nice coverage on my gingerbread man and stamp. And hold it for just a second and let that ink transfer. And he's not the best. So I'm going to turn it over and do it again. Had a weirdo angle here. Let me try it again. Have it face me a little different. And just kind of check to make sure I've got him covered. You guys do this too. I'm not going to edit it out. I'm going to keep it real. And we'll get a nice firm pressure. On these stamps that have, wonderful, a nice solid image, it's good to just make sure that you get a nice coverage and that you allow it just a little bit of time to transfer onto the cardstock. Okay, so now it's time for punching. And the reason why I did 2-inch strips, and again, I'm mass producing these, is I can feed it in from the top and line up my little gingerbread man. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. And get him punched out. And then you want to take your paper snips and cut fairly close to his feet. And the reason being is that you need to slide him all the way down to make sure that it, the cardstock doesn't hit the neck of the bottom of the punch. Okay, so we're going to get him lined up again. And punch. Again, that was Early Espresso. Okay, so now here's my other one on this side. And again, I'm going to cut close to the feet. And I know I'm going to run out of the top of the cardstock here. So there's 2 ways that you could do this. One, you can kind of move him around with your fingers until you get it into position, which, I did there. Or you could take a Post-it note and put it on the top and feed him in that way and punch. Okay, so that's how you can do all of the images from the Cookie Cutter Christmas stamp set if you're going to mass produce them. Okay, so now I have 12 of my little gingerbread men, and ahead of time I punched out 12 bow ties using the red glimmer paper and using this little bow image and feeding in the glimmer paper from the side. So I've got all 12 of those done. So using the multi-purpose glue or even a mini glue dot, I'm going to make 6 of mine a boy gingerbread man by putting the bow that I punched out here at, under his chin. And I'm going to call the ones that I've got a little bow up in her hair or on her head a girl gingerbread man or person. So cute and so fast to get 12 of these tops of the boxes too. Okay, let's start putting all of these together. So here I've got number 1 all ready to go. This is what my final one's going to look like. And like I said, I wanted to alternate between 3 patterns in the front. And so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and glue number 2 on. So I've kind of got like, I already did 1, and then I'll do 2, 3, and keep going until I get all 12. So this is my card front here. It's again the one with the little notch out. So I've got 1, and taking my multi-purpose glue. There's 2. Get that on there where I want. Whoops. And this is why it's nice to kind of do it before it's finished. You can kind of press it into place here for just a little bit. And get my number 3. Okay, get that down. I'll do one more here with you. And then I'm going to start again, in my sequence that I want. And grab number 4. And I'll keep continuing until I get all 12 of my countdown on. And it's probably your personal preference, but before I put the acetate wrap around, I want to go ahead and put our little gingerbread character on the front. So when you fold it down, this is the tab that's going to tuck into the box. And so this is the top front of the tab. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Tombow on the back of our gingerbread, man or girl. And so for me, I've got 6 of each just to kind of mix it up, and I alternated it by the date. The reason why I wanted to do it is that Tombow tends, you guys, the multi-purpose glue, it's awesome, it's wonderful, it's very sticky and strong, but it does get everywhere. And so I wanted to make sure I had all of my gluing done before I started, so I can rinse my hands off so that I don't smudge up the acetate. So now I'm going to wash up my fingers, and I'll be back and we'll put all of this together. Okay, so the acetate sleeves are just that, and again they're scored, and so what you'll want to do is kind of open them and play with them just a little bit. Like you can get your bone folder out. I find that finger pressing, is kind of faster when we're doing all of this, but the more that you play with it, the better, it is, the better, easier your box will slip on and off. And so here's like our number 2. And so we're going to go ahead and put the box together. The first thing that we want to do is put we'll tuck in this flap here with the opening, tuck in the sides, and then push in the bottom. Just kind of poke that a little bit with your fingers to kind of settle it into place. Here's the seam of the acetate wrap. What I like to do is just make sure that that's in the back. And then our box will slip right into it. How adorable is that? I absolutely love it. Love it, love it. Fold down our little flap. And we're ready to go. Adorable. Adorable. And then you just keep continuing with that until you get, your countdown, your 12 days of Christmas ready to go. Okay, and I'll show you the final thing here again as the video ends. But I did want to give you a couple of tips as you're working with these. One is think beyond Christmas with these boxes. How fun would this be to celebrate a baby's first birthday? Get the, a designer series paper in the color palette that you'd like, and give these away as party favors. What if someone's having a milestone birthday? Let's say a sweet 16, or maybe you turn, the big 5-0 or whatever it is. How fun to have these sitting out ready to give as either a gift, or you get something ready to give somebody on their birthday with their birthday number on it. I absolutely love it. Another thing that you can do is reuse these boxes year after year for Christmas. So let's say you did want to do a full 25 days of Christmas, or you want to do the, with your family, you're going to do the 12 days of Christmas again. When you're all finished with the treats given inside, you can not recycle them, but reuse them simply by opening up the bottoms again. And it will actually store flat. How awesome is that? So you could actually reuse these again. So maybe you just want to have them as a decor on your shelf. Awesome. When the season's over, collapse them and go. Another thing that you could do is maybe you want to get a bunch of birthday boxes ready to go. Or, maybe you're going to do a baby shower ahead of time, etc. You could get all of the decorating done, but again, you don't have to store them as the 3x3 cubes. You could get them all decorated and store them and have them ready to go when you want to. Then when it's time, to use them, you simply, open them back up, put the box bottoms together, and you're ready again. So I think there's just tons and tons of uses for these cute boxes, and it's the acetate that makes them, guys. It really does. It protects the design, and it gets them a little more sturdier and not as fragile as just maybe, the plain paper by itself. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed our 12 Days of Christmas project. I know I certainly will get lots of use out of this. Oh, shoot, I was going to show you, of course, it's Candy Cane Lane, Christmas. So, one of the things that you could do is fill it with peppermints. So this is the Bob's peppermints, and it really doesn't take much to fill it up. And oh, it smells so good. It smells pepperminty, and it's just ready to go. But again, how cute of a little decor, a gift, something to give somebody. Anyways, I'm sure your mind's just wheeling about different ways that you can use these boxes too. Again, thanks for watching, everybody, and happy crafting. Bye-bye.